Hi everyone, so now we're going to be starting a new lesson on transformations of geometric shapes on a coordinate plane. Basically, that's just a fancy way of saying we're going to move shapes around on a graph. And the first way we're going to learn how to do that is with translations. Now, translations is just when we move something from left, right, or up, down. We don't change the way that the shape looks, we don't flip it over, we don't turn it around, we just shove it left, right, up, or down. So for this self-check, for the first two examples, or for these examples, the first two examples, we are going to look at the two pictures, the white shape and the blue shape, and determine what the rule is, or what happened, what translation happened. And then for the second two examples, instead of giving you two shapes, they only give you one shape, and we have to write the second shape or draw the second shape based on what they tell us to do. So let's get started. For example number 1, we have this kite-looking shape, and the goal is to get from the white shape to the blue shape. Or the other way to think about it is to go from the regular points to the points that have an apostrophe next to them. So like from D to D prime, E to E prime, B to B prime, and C to C prime. And these are really simple because all we have to do is figure out, well, what did I do? What did I move? How did I move? And even though it's an entire shape, if one point moves that way, then the entire shape moves that way. So really, we need to just look at one specific point and figure out what happens to that point. So what I'm going to do is look at point D. Now, if I look at point D, and I'm going to use a totally different color like red so that we can see what we're doing. I started right here, and I ended right here. So what did I have to do? I had to move 1, 2, 3 to the right. So my final answer, this is really easy. Your final answer is just 3 right. We shifted or translated it 3 to the right. Okay, now let's do that same thing for number 2. For number 2, again, we're going from the white shape to the blue shape. And once again, the shapes don't necessarily change, they just get shifted. So what one point does, the entire shape does, so we only have to consider what one point is doing. And I'm going to look at point W. So we're going from this point to this point, and this time, instead of just going up, down, left, or right, it goes down and to the left. So our answer will be 2 portions. So from this point W, I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4 points. So I know it's down 4, and now I have to figure out how many to the left. So I go just over 1 to the left. So it's down 4 and 1 left. And that's my answer. All right, let's look at the third example. So for the third example, instead of giving you 2 shapes, they only give you 1 shape, and we're asked to draw the second shape based on the information. So now we want to translate this shape, this M, L, and K. This should be an L, sorry. We want to translate it down 3. So when we're actually drawing the graph, it's easiest to just shift all of the points down 3, or to do whatever it's asking us to do. So I'm going to use a different color. Let's use blue again. So I'm going to start with point M. If I take point M down 3, 1, 2, 3, it would end up right here. And we would name it M prime, or M with an apostrophe. Now let's do that same thing for N. So N, I'm going to take down 3 and name it N prime. Then let's do the same thing for K. So we could take K down 3 points. We name it K prime. And then let's take L down 3 points and name it L prime. And now all we have to do is connect the dots. And that's our new shape. It looks exactly the same, but we just shifted it down 3. Excuse me. Okay, let's look at example number 4. This time, we want to shift it up 2 and right 4, but we're going to do the same thing. So I'm going to just take each individual point and take it up 2 and right 4, and then draw our shape. So let's start with point P. I go up 2, which would put it right there, but I don't want to just go up 2. I want to go right 4 as well, so I'm going to move it right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So point P actually lies where point Q is, which is totally fine. They can kind of overlap if they need to. Then let's do the same thing for R. So we go up 2, which would put us right there, but we're going to go over 4 to the right 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this would be our R prime, or R with an apostrophe. And then Q, same thing, we're going to go up 2, which would put us right there, but we're going to go over 4, which would put us right there. And that's our Q prime. And now we can just connect all of these dots. And once again, same shape, just got shifted a little bit. So this is super easy, but this is how we do translations.